What's up, people? Good morning. Welcome to the morning get down. Actually, you know what? Let me kind of circle back on something a little bit because I had a live that I did a couple days ago, and first of all, thank you to everybody that have been holding me down, that have been supporting me. It does not go unnoticed. I really appreciate it. But towards the end of that live, I posed a question that was really about relationships and knowing so far into a relationship over a particular period of time, how do you know that the person that you're with is the one, which is what I really wanted to kind of talk about today. And there were a couple people who like, what's up, Nick? You were one of the ones, and I believe Joel, you were on there as well. Kind of just talking about, and I want you all to like come in on this as well. If you want to contribute to the topic, or if you have things that you want to share, type them in the comments or whatever you feel comfortable doing. But I wanted to kind of circle back on this topic. How do you know if the person that you have spent a considerable amount of time with is the one? I think this is a really good question to ask because I think a lot of our relationships are not very sustainable. A lot of our relationships are seasonal, I think, for a reason. I think a lot of these relationships that a lot of us find ourselves in, we don't do the necessary groundwork. We don't know who the fuck we are. We let other people dictate to us who we should be, how we should act, how we should respond, who we should choose. And even if it's not a conscious decision that we're making to adopt these expectations that everybody has for us, some of this stuff is subliminal that we pick up. So I think quite a bit of it is subliminal. And if we don't recognize subliminal signs, messaging, and imprints on who we are as individuals and as humans, we're going to find up making choices and looking at ourselves through a lens that is not our own. So I think I think it's quite possible, right? Now here's my dilemma with all of it, because at the end of the day, y'all gonna let these motherfuckers run y'all crazy, run you into a scenario where you don't even recognize who you are. And that has happened to me. I didn't recognize who I was. Wasn't aware of my choices. I wasn't aware of a lot of shit that I was doing. Because I was letting everybody decide and make these ridiculous choices for me. Dysfunctional fucking people, you know? And so I had to kind of just wake up out of that. Now, here's where it gets a little dicey for me, because when you are engaged with another person, you date them, you court them, you have sex with them, they're in your house, you're in theirs. At what point do you recognize a red flag? At what point do you say, nah, you clip your toenails at the dinner table. I don't really see myself putting up with that shit because I'm getting an uncomfortable feeling right now. I know 10 years from now, the shit ain't gonna change. I think a lot of people sleep on that shit. And I think what they do is they think that things will change. You think you can converse someone out of who they are, just talking that shit through. Doesn't really work that way. I think what we have to recognize is a person's capacity to do two things: change and evolve. And if the person that you are with does not have that ability, that flexible ability, that malleable ability to just grow in general, particularly with the person that they are intimate with, you really think things are going to change for the better 10 years down the road? I did a post on my page the other day about how people who have been married for God knows how long, 10 years. For me, I like to go in at least 3 to 5 days a week. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Like really go in. And because I really feel a lot of people got, low hormonal situations going on that they not really trying to do shit about, this is where we get fucked up. You got men like me that are sexually starved because y'all don't want to take care of your hormonal issues. I get it. Some people go through shit. You get old, you break down, your body's not that good. You go through menopause. I'm not sensitive. I'm not being insensitive to those things. But one of the things that I do want to know is that there are ways that if you know that you want to be here, there's certain shit that you got to prepare yourself for. For example, when I turned 40, I stopped drinking. I got my ass back in the gym. I lost 43 pounds in 5 months because I was disciplined and determined to take care of myself here, and everywhere in between. And one of the things that it has catapulted me to do is to really evolve myself to a place where I felt like I belong in life, in here, First, I got to feel like I belong in here. Because if that's not making that connection, I will find myself ending up in relationships and marriages and just different dynamics where I don't understand the person that I'm with. They don't understand me. And this red flag shit that we got going, everybody's raving the red flags and shit. I'm just saying, y'all. I think the reason why you're ending up in these particular dynamics is because of you. It's your problem. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to do the investigation. You don't feel like you deserve to pay attention to the person that you're trying to cultivate a relationship with. You know why? Because you're an opportunist and you want to take advantage of people. Let's put that shit on the table. What y'all think? Let me know. Talk to you soon.